of the biggest games here at E3 is Assassin's Creed 2. The follow-up to 2007's stealthy action game is set in Venice during the Renaissance. Patrice Desilets, I hope I got that right, from Ubisoft Montreal is here to give us a closer look at Ubisoft's blockbuster. Take us through Venice Hill. I told you I was going to do it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
my gondola ride.
We're getting ready for the gondola chase.
That's right.
So Patrice, 2 years ago, Assassin's Creed 1 came out. It had some mixed reactions. Some people really loved it. There were some things people didn't love about it. So what have you guys done to address any concerns people might have had?
Well, we listened to them, basically that's what we did. Like, we went to the forum and like, okay.
Sounds like a great business plan.
Exactly. And we saw where people stopped playing the first game and say, okay, let's try to do something new. And so what we did, we changed the game structure. Remember it was all about doing investigation first, and then you went and go to assassination mode. That's gone. Trash can, let's restart. So what we're doing is that basically where we had only 5 mission types to do the investigation, now we have 15. And there's no more investigation part. You go and there's like mission all around the city, you meet people up, they'll give you mission, and you go and you do it. And that's it. That's like totally more organic this time around than the first game.
Fantastic. Well, let's jump into the game and see the E3 demo.
Like, Matthew here's going to do the demo of the E3 demo. This is not an actual mission in the game. It's something we built for E3 with part of the main game. So here we are, here in the beautiful Venice in 1486. And the game is set not only in Venice, it's set in the Italian Renaissance. So we'll have Venice, but we'll also have Florence and Tuscany countryside. And it's still the Desmond Miles story in the present, and it goes into a machine called an animus that let him live the life of an ancestor. And this time around, it's Ezio Auditore da Firenze. That's the character name.
It sounds so beautiful when you say it.
Yeah, sorry. Like, I live a year in Italy, so for me to go there, it was really special. Because I speak Italian and all. And
nice.
see now, in the first game, you could only sit down to hide. This time around, you can sit and eventually assassinate. And here, there's like 2 people sit nearby the dead body. Those are thieves.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's. They're just like, yeah, this guy's still alive, don't sweat it.
But you paid for those people to get rid of the body. Because we have a faction system. You can like make friends with the thieves, with the courtesans and the mercenaries, and you can pay them because we have an economic system this time around, right? We worked hard also on the crowd, making it even more believable than in the first game, where people are doing other things than only walking around. Here it's carnival. It's carnival in Venice, and so that's why they're dancing and all. Eventually you'll be able to blend in the crowd, not only the 4 monks that we had in the first game, but any groups that you see.
Great.
Ezio's story, maybe I can talk a little bit about that.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
He's
not
on,
an
so
assassin,
I'm like,
right?
oh yeah, I know my speech, let's do it.
No, he's not an assassin by trade, right?
No. He's like a young Florentine noble, basically, at first.
Okay.
Something will happen to him, yeah, and he'll have to become an assassin.
It won't be something good, right? Something bad happens.
Something bad happened to him, right? And so that helped us do a real, clever character progression. In the first game, you were this master assassin. It was harder for us to teach you how to become one if the character is already one, right? So this time, this young guy who's having like dolce vita, he's having fun, suddenly something bad happened, and you will learn to become an assassin. You will meet some people, and then be that master assassin at the end of the game. Here, it's going to show you a brand new assassination technique from a climbing position.
Nice.
Right?
I don't think that guy survived that fall.
No, and he's not one of the friends you're meet in the game.
That's probably a good thing then.
Speaking of a new assassin technique, I mean, because this is Venice, there's lots of water. Can you drown people and things like that? Call them underwater.
It's a good idea, but it's not in the game yet. I'm sorry, but that's I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. The game is not finished.
Okay, all right.
But here we have also in Italian Renaissance one of the greatest minds in human history, Leonardo da Vinci. So we had to use it. And he's basically the best friend of Ezio's. And he's doing, he replaces the Q. In James Bond you have Q, we have Leonardo da Vinci.
Using his war machines.
Yes, exactly. And here we have his famous flying machine. But he's also the one doing all the upgrades for the weapons, smoke bombs, double hidden blades that we'll show a little bit later on.
So do you actually go and see him?
Oh yeah, he's the best friend.
Right.
You can go and talk with him. You give him a little bit of money and can give you some, machines like the glider or the flying machine.